working for yourself is a journey rather than a destination. But very often when you are in business, you do have points on that journey where you do reach a destination, where you reach the end of a project and the end of an era, almost, I suppose, in this case. And that has just happened for me this week. I have just published the final book in the Sheridan and Blake adventure series, Gabriel's Game, which is available now on Amazon. And for me, this is a journey that started about 6 years ago in 2010 when I was living in Bulgaria, and I had a crazy idea for a mystery adventure novel involving a female archaeologist called Dr. Sasha Blake and an agent working for a covert organisation called The Agency, a guy called Tom Sheridan. And so Sasha Blake and Tom Sheridan became the hero and the heroine of the stories and went on to have 4 books written about them. Well, kind of 4. The third book in the series, Gabriel's Game, I split into 2 books and released them separately. So I suppose technically it's 4 books, but really it's only 3. I published the first book, The Bronze Box, in 2013. And then in 2014, I published the second book, Solomon's Secrets. And I did that one a little bit differently. I did a crowdfund so that I could raise some funds to pay for some professional input to really do an excellent job on that second book. And that really paid off. And actually that was a really important business lesson for me, because very often when you work for yourself, it's easy just to kind of think you can do it all yourself and that you don't need anyone, and you go into business because you want to be self-sufficient and you want to get stuck in. But actually businesses don't operate in isolation, and you do need to accept that there are things that you need help with, and sometimes you have to pay for that. And in the case of the crowdfund, that was paying for some professional proofreading and editing and editorial reports and stuff, which really paid off and made such a difference to the quality of the book in the end. And lessons learned for future books. So yeah, I published the first half of Gabriel's Game last year in 2015. That was The White Queen. And then this final book is the second half of Gabriel's Game, and it's called The Black Knight, and that's it. That is the end of Tom Sheridan and Sasha Blake's story for the time being. They've been on quite a long and laborious and sometimes romantic and sometimes vicious and violent and all sorts of different things they've been through together throughout the stories. And I tie up a lot of those loose ends at the end of the books. And so it's kind of a sad moment in a way, actually, because I've got to say goodbye to Tom and Sasha now. They've been living in my head, so it sounds really crazy, doesn't it, for the last few years. And it's quite hard when characters have been there and they've grown and developed with you, and I've grown and developed with them. But it's time to let them go. The books are out there. They are yours now. So that's it. Onwards and upwards. I'm going to move on to more writing projects. And yeah, watch this space.